the hardest thing that I had to struggle with was not spending as much time with my family. I'm very family oriented.
I can see that. I can see that.
Literally, I've missed Thanksgivings.
Yeah.
Because I'm away on a trip, taking care of a client. I'm not dating because I'm putting my business first.
Yeah.
So it's just like everything is on pause in terms of family because I know once I'm established, the doors are open for everybody.
Good idea, now we buying merch.
That's ghetto.
Payment miss.
Ooh, the ghetto.
Say she quit.
Ooh, the ghetto.
Late on your rent.
Rent is ghetto.
New event.
Ooh, the ghetto.
Invoice in.
That ain't ghetto.
Money spin.
Oh, that's ghetto. Hold on, it's kind of ghetto being a CEO.
Honestly, you already been struggling with marketing. Like, you don't know what you're doing, but you're trying to make 6 figures next year. You're trying to get to 7 figures next year. You honestly need to be in the school of marketing. Not because, I'm just trying to tell you to do this, but because you actually need to be learning how to master your marketing. In the first 7 days, we've had people to actually increase in their content. In the school of marketing, we help you perfect your launch process. So you're not just dropping stuff out of the blue. You actually have a launch process. So listen, I want you to join the school of marketing, not only so you can get more leads, not only so you can get better at content, not only so you can get better at launches, but that you can make more money. Am I going to see you inside?
Welcome back to another episode of the Ghetto CEO podcast, where we talk about how being a CEO is super ghetto, okay? Because we go through a lot to own these businesses and make sure that we are leaving legacies for our families. But this episode is a little bit different. We are doing a hot 15 episode here at the Spa Expo, and I'm super excited to be here. Now, listen, we got some spa bosses coming in all over the world, but tell us where you coming in from, sir.
So, my name is Erick. I'm
Hey,
coming
Erick.
from Jersey City, New Jersey.
Okay, Jersey.
Yes,
What's
yes.
up? Okay, so what type of business do you have?
So, I am a mobile massage therapist and body sculpt specialist and post-op therapist.
Okay.
We provide our services at people's homes. We go to offices. We travel with our clients for surgeries. So literally this past month, I was in Miami just working because it's surgery season. And I'm thinking about going back, but my clients are calling me back home. So
You're like, I need to clone myself.
yeah. And it's just not even that. It's
Yeah.
I hand them off to other clients. Other massage therapists, but they want my hands. So got to make my way back home soon.
I love that. Okay, so how did you get into this industry? Because we at the expo, and it's a room full of women, right? And it is not a lot of men in here, but we need the men hands as well.
Right,
so how did
right.
you get into this industry?
So initially, I was going through a divorce. I had just bought a house, had 2 new cars, and I was paying for college out of pocket.
Okay.
Had 2 more years of school left.
Okay. So
And
you were married in college.
Yes.
You got married young.
Yes, I did.
Okay.
I don't play.
Said, I know what I want.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. But during the divorce, I had to pay for everything. I had to drop out of school, but I still needed more money.
Yeah.
So massage therapy was number 3 on the Google list for businesses that you could own that allowed you to stay in the medical field.
Ooh, I love that. So that's a real hustler CEO mentality. Like, all right, man, I need some more money. Let me see what I can do right quick. Like,
Let me just Google it. Yeah, I almost
love
became
that.
a nurse agent, but the schooling was still 2 years, so I couldn't do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you got into massage therapy. You like, okay, I need some more money. I'm gonna figure this out. And then what happened?
So everyone kept on asking me if I knew how to do lymphatic drainage, that I do body sculpting. I didn't know what that was. I was like, no, I'm a guy.
Right.
So what happened? People just kept on asking me. So
Yeah.
I looked into body sculpting, radio frequency. Then I found a school in Miami. But the school also had a facility in New York. So I
Okay.
went to the facility in New York, took the class, passed the class. I started making content. They liked my videos. They hired me. After I got hired, I was teaching in Miami and in New York. And that's how I started building my clientele in Miami.
You know how it is just, you think something happening to you and it's really happening for you.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, I know in that process you was like, man, I ain't trying to get no divorce. Like, this is crazy. You know what I mean? Like, this is crazy. Why
Trust
is
and
this
believe, I
happening?
don't want to buy another ring.
Right.
I was only supposed to buy one.
What? Right? Like, it was just like, what? But not knowing that this was setting you up
Yes.
for the next season of your life. So now you are here. You are multi-coastal, right?
Yes,
Like you
yes.
are everywhere serving everybody. What do you feel like is the hardest thing to really grow in this business? Like what was one of the struggles that you had? Because this was something you was just at first trying to make some money off of, but now it became your passion.
The hardest thing that I had to struggle with was not spending as much time with my family. I'm very family oriented.
I can see that. I can see that.
Literally, I've missed Thanksgivings.
Yeah.
Because I'm away on a trip, taking care of a client. I'm not dating because I'm putting my business first.
Yeah.
So it's just like everything is on pause in terms of family, because I know once I'm established, the doors are open for everybody.
Right. Right. I love that. So, and I think also when we're in this journey, we have these, like, especially as a CEO, it's like a moving target. Like, it's always, okay, I got to 100,000, let me get to 10 million. Like, it's
Listen,
always,
it's just not even that. It's just like you meet someone else and they're higher.
yes, and
and
you
like-
inspired.
Yes.
You inspire. So what is your target that you're headed to now? Or what's the place? Because I feel like there's other men that's watching this podcast that like, man, I'm focused on my business, but dang, I miss my family. Dang, I want to date. Like, what is the point where you're like, okay, now I can focus on that other part of my life?
When my hands-on with my business is down to 10 hours a week.
And you know that's a good goal.
Yeah.
Right? It's a smart goal, right?
I just
Like,
want to
it's
be able to
tangible.
just check in on everybody, make sure everything is running well. And then if I want to work, I will work.
Yeah.
If I don't, I don't. Just monitor the business.
Yeah.
So that's where I feel like I want to be at, and that still will allow me to raise my family.
Yeah.
I want to play with my kids.
Yeah.
You know, I'm going to do things.
Right,
And I still
ain't trying
want
to
to
be an
travel.
absent dad, like
Yeah,
across the world.
you know,
like-
I'm not trying to be a millionaire who's absent.
Right, right. I love that. I love that. You know, I think a lot of entrepreneurs, when they are going through this process, they're thinking about, like, it got to be either or. Like, I can't have it all. I can't have the business, or I can't have the family. I can't, like, it just got to be either or. And I love that it's like, once I get to this point, then I can have this, right? Like, setting milestones. Because a lot of times we don't set milestones personally. We only set them in business, right? So I love that. So what do you feel like is next for you in 2024?
So because I'm mobile, I don't have a brick and mortar. Being part of the Spy Boss tribe, you know, I see the difference, and it's a handicap for me. So what I've decided to do is build a brick and mortar digitally.
Okay.
It's still in the works, but the idea will be that with our company, you'll be able to speak to our life coaches. I have 2 partners that do fitness, and then everything else in terms of sound therapy, everything else like that you can get without touch therapy.
Yeah.
You'll be able to go online with our goggles and be in our virtual
Oh, wow.
office.
Oh, love that.
Then on top of that, we're building a mobile RV so that we can go to people's homes and provide the service.
Okay.
So off the rip, we're cutting the brick and mortars out the way, because now
Right.
we're on wheels.
Ooh, I love that. I love that.
that's
It's
next
still
for
keeping the
2024.
mobile aspect, but also like this is like the sanctity of where you get to come all the time, right?
Yes.
Okay, so tell me the difference. If somebody's like, I want to build a spa, how do they decide? Should I start mobile or should I start with a brick and mortar?
I say mobile because it is zero overhead.
Right,
It's zero overhead.
which is lovely.
Zero. In all reality, when you get out of school, they give you a table.
Yeah.
So literally, you only need table, sheets, massage oil. You may want to do like special things such as disposable hand rags, so you can wipe their hands and their feet after they're done. Just
Yeah,
you know that
small
little
stuff.
that
Yeah.
little
Right.
you know makes you different. No,
Yes,
seriously, it makes
yes.
you different. And then that's it. And all that stuff you can get from Amazon. So you buy that stuff, you go off. I started making clients doing Uber and Lyft. I've given out probably over 2,000 business cards.
Wow.
And it's only because the only reason I know it's over 2,000 because I went to Staples
And actually got a printed,
I
right.
got 3,000.
Yes.
So, but just passing it out. My first podcast I've ever been on was from somebody I picked up in Uber.
Wow.
My first CEO that was a billionaire, I picked up in the Uber.
Wow.
Yeah. Friends I've made and clients that are still my clients, I picked up from doing Uber and Lyft.
So I'm gonna ask this question: do you feel like if an entrepreneur is starting to get their business off the ground, that doing Uber, Lyft, Instacart, or something like that is like a cheat code to meeting more people? Like, did they help you in your business grow?
Yeah. It definitely helped me get comfortable with talking to people. And not only that, I'm a guy. I'm not ugly.
Yeah.
If I say, yo, let me give you a massage.
Oh,
You think I'm trying to...
do it again. Do it again. Y'all seen that?
Yo, he's like,
Hey,
can I give you a massage? There's a wrong way to say that.
Yeah.
And there's a right way to say that.
Right.
Like, hey, I see that your shoulders are hurting. Your walk is off. Would you like a massage? Learning how to speak to people, knowing how to speak to different demographics, women, people of the LGBT community. Everybody got green money. And everybody body is the same. You're the male or female.
Yeah.
So, but it's all the same at the end of the day in terms of taking care of people and healing them.
I love that.
So, yeah.
I love that. Okay, so before we go, you got to tell us, what is the most ghettoest thing about being a CEO? It's just ghetto.
I've changed in a car, like, between events.
Period. Hustling.
Yeah, just
the
like
hustle.
legit. I brush my teeth in a car.
Yeah.
Just getting from A to B, and a lot of times I do drive, and you can't control traffic. So I've come to Spot Boss Tribe events like 15 minutes late because I'm freshening up in a car because I drove from Jersey to Atlanta.
Wow. That's some hustle. For sure. And I think a lot of people, I want people to hear that, because a lot of people get into this business and feel like, oh, okay, they gave me the table. All I got to go to Amazon. That's all I have to do, right? But you have some hustle behind your story, too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The 2,000 plus business cars, the changing in the car, the willing to drive from Miami to Jersey to Atlanta. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's some hustle and that's some forethought. That's some ambition that it can't be taught. It got to be in you, not on you. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, it's just something
Exactly.
you just got. I love it. So if somebody is watching this and they're inspired by your story and they're like, man, I got to get started. Like, I can't be in this place that I am at now. Like, I got to keep going. I might be going through a divorce or a huge life change. Like, what would you say to them to get them started?
What I would say is figure out the things that you want in life. List them from the greatest to the least. And if you're feeling down, start with the least important things, because those will be the easiest things you can get out the way, and work on them one at a time. Over time, you'll pull yourself out the hole of depression. You may not feel like wanting to do anything in life. You may not even feel like being successful. But as long as you continue to do one thing at a time and working towards the things you want in life, as the tasks continue to become more difficult, it'll be easier, and you'll look forward to the task because you're looking forward to getting what you want out of life. But again, it takes making that list, doing one thing at a time, the easiest things first, because we all know that when you're depressed, you're by yourself, and you're home in bed where it's comfortable.
Right.
The food is there.
Yep.
TV on your phone,
Right.
iPad, and on the TV.
Right.
So you don't got no reason to leave.
Yeah.
Especially if you can make money from home.
Right.
But the money is outside, talking to people, and you gotta. When you're depressed, it's hard to get what you want out of life.
Yeah.
So that's why I would say just make the list, do one thing at a time, and rely on your village.
I love that. Just putting one foot in front of another. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times when we're going through things, we allow depression. And I want people to know that, like, being sad or being depressed is a normal feeling, right?
Yes, it is.
Like, we're supposed to feel the emotions and the things that happen to us in life, but know that it's happening. It's not happening to us; it's happening for us. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is this season. It may not feel like it. Like I said, in your divorce, you was like, "Bro, this crazy," but you didn't know that this was setting you up for the rest of your life.
Sure didn't.
I love that, y'all. Make sure y'all stay tapped into the Ghetto CEO podcast. If you are ready to go to the next level, make sure you tell us in the comments and like, comment, and subscribe. And make sure you stay tapped in. Bye, y'all.
Invoice in, that ain't ghetto. Money spin, oh, that's ghetto. Hold on.